What's up YouTube, it's your boy Marlon back with another Minoxidil beard update. Today is Sunday, July 25th, and it's the end of week 21, beginning of week 22. So if you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe as we're trying to reach 4,000 subs, you know what I'm saying? Also, please make sure to leave a like, comment, share, all that good stuff. So in last week's video, you guys mentioned that I made a lot of gains, as you know, I've noticed as well. So I was pretty happy to see that you guys kind of agreed with what I said, because I definitely felt like you know, the gains in the past like month or so have really came up. However, I did want to mention something. So at the end of last week's video, I mentioned that I don't think I had started shedding yet, but you know what? I don't know, it's like maybe the fact that I talked about it kind of triggered a shed, because, and once again, I might be crazy, I don't know if it's me, but I feel like I've noticed that on this side, some of the areas are looking a little bit lighter, you know? So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, but I feel like there's areas where I feel like I had more hair, and I was trying to look for pictures to compare, but I feel like, you know, I noticed a difference. So you guys will tell me. Speaking of which, I wanted to kind of talk about shedding, because some people might hear shedding, like what's going on, you know, why are you shedding, you know? But basically shedding is a natural process, you know? You shed hair on your head and you shed hair on your beard. Everybody goes through it, especially when you're trying to grow a beard or something. Like, everyone goes through a shedding process. Now the thing is, usually it happens much slower than when you're on minoxidil. You know, every type of hair that we have on our body has a growth cycle, whether it's your eyebrows, your hair, you know, your beard, your body hair, all that stuff. I know there's the anagen, which is like the phase where it's growing, then there's the telogen, when that's the phase where basically their hair is like still like it's done growing, but it's just like in a resting phase, and then it just falls off, right? And then it gets replaced by new hair. That's the growth cycle basically. And when you're on minoxidil, whether you're using it for your hair or for your beard, what it does is going to speed up that growth cycle, right? So it's going to make hair grow faster, I would say, but also, you know, it basically shortens that telogen phase, or the resting phase, so it tends to fall off a lot earlier than it would. And that's why a lot of people report that, you know, around like month, I would say 5 or 6, they go through a shedding phase. A lot of people go through a shedding phase on their beard, but a lot of people also go through a shedding phase on their hair. Personally, I haven't noticed any difference in terms of my hair, you know. Well, I haven't gotten a haircut in like like a month almost. So right now my hair is very thick, very dense. You know, I've always had very thick and dense hair, which is probably the reason why I wasn't able to grow a beard, because I don't know if you guys are aware, but head hair and beard hair has an inverse relationship. So a lot of people think that you can't grow a beard because you don't have a lot of testosterone. That is not true, right? I may have just as much testosterone. I may have just as much testosterone, if not more, than the next guy, right? But the difference is my testosterone does not get converted into DHT. And DHT, I don't have the term in front of me. I don't know what it's the full term, but you can look it up if you want. I'll probably put it on the screen somewhere. The more DHT you have in your system, the more head hair you will lose and the more beard hair you will have. That's why a lot of people are like bald with thick ass beards, because their testosterone is being converted into DHT, right? So in my case, for people like me, usually who have like very good thick hair, it's hard for us to grow beards. Now, some people are, you know, the chosen ones, the elites. I have a couple friends like that where they have both really good hair genetics and beard genetics. But in my case, I had to use minoxidil to kind of increase the DHT level of my body. And so when that happens, you know, a lot of times, obviously the minoxidil goes systemic, so it goes into your bloodstreams, and then it's also going to affect other parts of your body, which is why, you know, I'm noticing that I have longer eyelashes, that I have hairier like arms, that I have a hairier chest now. It does affect the rest of your body, but some people also report that it does affect their head hair, at least temporarily. You know, so you go through a shedding phase, you notice that you know, you might be seeing some thinning around the hair, but then it usually goes back. It's just that you know, you have to keep using minoxidil. What a lot of people do is once they see that they shed on their hair, they stop because they freak out, you know. And then what ends up happening is, because they stop minoxidil, so it's, you know, the growth cycle is now slower than it would have been if you were still on minoxidil. And basically what ends up happening is your hair is going to take longer to grow back. But if you stay on minoxidil, it's going to grow back. You know, it's going to grow back, right? You know, you got to realize minoxidil is used to regrow hair, and originally it was used for head hair, not for beard hair. So it's not going to make you lose your hair, you know. It's just that it's going to take a longer time to grow back, you know. So that's the thing. Obviously there's a lot of things you want to consider, you know, male pattern baldness and all that stuff. if you have that in your family, it could affect the growth of your hair. I mean the regrowth. Just keep that in mind. So in my case, I haven't noticed any type of like head hair shedding, thank God. And also, you know, I have long hair, so honestly, you know, I keep them braided. So to be honest, like I only would notice it when I take them out. But even then, I haven't noticed like an excessive amount of like hair when I, you know, take them out and I wash them. So honestly, so far so good, you know. Fingers crossed it's gonna stay that way. But I am starting to notice some shedding on this side. Not really this side, but more this side. So I'm gonna show you, let me get closer to the camera. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like my beard looked a lot thicker last week, for example. Like on this side, you see, this is a new gap. This is a new gap right here. I didn't have this before. And I also got I feel like it's a little lighter right here too. Let me know if you guys can see it, but I feel like, yeah, it's definitely a bit lighter. So I noticed it in those two areas, mainly. This side, not so much, as I said, but yeah, really this side. So I'm gonna kind of also show you the gains, but before I do, a lot of people will think that shedding is a bad thing. You know, they start freaking out and saying, oh man, my beard doesn't look as good as it used to, this and that. But shedding is actually a good thing. I actually see it as a good thing. And the reason why is because the way you grow like a full beard is, you know, you first go through the vellus hair, right? So it's like a very thin, skinny hair that we get, that I was growing on my face like the first, I would say 9 weeks, yeah, 9 to 10 weeks. Then it goes into like the transitional phase. So, you know, it's still very thin, but it's longer hair. So that's mostly what I have like right here. Right here. You know, right here. This is all like transitional, maybe a couple like terminal, but yeah, mostly transitional right here as well. You know, every gap that I'm filling in is basically filled with transitional hair right now. And then what happens is at some point, for the, you know, it's not like the hair that you have just becomes thicker and that's it. You know, what's gonna happen is it's actually gonna fall off, and then it's gonna get replaced by the terminal hair, which is the permanent. So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll use minoxidil for around 3 to 6 months. They'll see their face full of vellus and transitional hairs, and because they have a full beard, they think, okay, I'm good to stop. So they just hop off minoxidil, and then their beard falls off because it's not permanent yet. So that's why you have to stay on minoxidil at least like 1 to 2 years, probably closer to 2, so you can really keep all your gains. You know, make sure that all the hairs become terminal. And what I mean by terminal is basically the hair I have right here, like this stuff. You know, the thicker hair. This is terminal hair. You know, my goatee is all terminal, right? So that's why, you know, you have to make sure that you stay on minoxidil long enough to really get your full beard. So, you know, I say all this to say that by shedding, it means that right now I'm probably going through the process where the hair is being transformed into the terminal hair. So it's actually a good thing. So yeah, I think, you know, gains are coming soon. Someone left a comment on my channel actually today that I saw earlier. He said that he thinks I'm gonna probably, you know, get explosive gains in around month 9. Now obviously no one knows, like, I mean, you know, I can't predict, but I mean, month 9 would put me around like October, which would kind of make sense, you know. So I'm hoping, or October, November, but yeah, I'm hoping that happens. You know, I want to make sure that I go into 2022 with a full beard, so we'll see. But I think that's all I had to mention today. So I think, like I said, I think I might be shedding a little bit, or I might be starting to shed. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna show my gains real quick. So, you know, not a lot of difference from last week, except for maybe some thinning right here and a new gap right here. And you know, some of y'all will say, oh, maybe you just gotta brush it. And I you know, I do it, I brush it, but it's still there. So I think it's just, I'm just going through a shedding phase. So yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. Okay. But I mean, other than that, you know, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, you know. I'm hoping I can get a haircut this week. I feel like it's gonna make the beard pop out a lot more because I haven't gotten a haircut since end of June. So it's been a minute, like June 30th. And I think, you know, right now there's a lot of hairs. Like I said, I got hairs like right here, like in this section. So, you know, I just want to kind of have a sharper line. It's gonna make the beard pop out more, I think, you know. But we're looking decent. So this is still coming in, but going very slow. Goatee. So a couple things I'm noticing I'm noticing that I'm starting to get some, oh, it's a little blurry, sorry, but yeah, I'm starting to get some hairs coming up right here, which I wanted. So what I'm gonna ask my barber next time I see him is just to, usually he like digs in here like this. I'm actually gonna ask him to just kind of, you know, do this, do like a little I don't know, diagonal line or something. I don't have as much hair right here, but I do notice a couple. Sorry, camera's moving a bit. But yeah, I noticed a couple, and then here I'm starting to get a little trail going. So I might ask my barber to just kind of let this grow, see what we can get, see if we can get this to connect. Mustache, man. I actually feel like mustache got a little bit thicker with minoxidil, you know? Not a lot, not a whole lot, but a little bit thicker. Then chin hair, chin's looking pretty good. Move over to here. Little profile action real quick. Okay. All right. So, you know, the gap is still here, man. It takes a lot of time for it to fill in, but it's coming in, you know, and if I like pick it and brush it, I can kind of, you know, hide it, so to speak. So, you know, that's what I do right now, but the bottom part is starting to look better. You know, it's starting to fill in little by little, you know, so yeah, that's how we're looking right now. You know, week 22, and yeah, so there's gonna be a video this week. Obviously, I'm dropping this today, and then there's gonna be a video next week that I'm gonna upload. Then after that, like I said, I'm not gonna be posting for 3 weeks because I'll be gone. But when I come back, hopefully, you know, we come back to some good gains, you know. So I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always. If you haven't done so, like I said, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. My name is Marlon, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.